Hey, Leo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your October 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway or even signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below your video. All right, welcome. This is good for any and all placements of Leo in your chart. And we have Leo, you showing up right here. So you have here an energy of bringing in a little more fun to your world this month, whether you take a load off, right? Take a vacation, spend time with your loved ones, focus on hobbies or activities that bring out the best of you, not what is left of you, okay? You are the type of energy here where sometimes you're all or nothing, and sometimes that can drain you. In relationships, right? In career, in health, in any area where we don't find that balance. And that's what this month, as we navigate through Libran season, the eclipses, that's what this month is all about, is trying to find that balance. Now, your overall energy, Leo, for the month of October is to be proud of yourself. Be proud of the accomplishments that you have set out to not only conquer in the physical earthly realm, but spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. So many times we look externally at what we've accomplished here on earth, right? Financially or romantically or, health-wise. But so many times we fail to see that emotionally, mentally, spiritually, there's a lot of accomplishments there as well. But because the earthly is more tangible, more physical, it's right in front of us, we put high emphasis on those things. And it's okay to be proud of yourself for those things. But this is a month for you to be proud of your beautiful heart. Be proud of how you communicate. Be proud of the relationships that have taught you, the ones that are flourishing and the ones that have maybe you've burned bridges, right? So this is a really good month to do a little bit of reflection, but to focus on the silver lining. Okay, now mid-month, which is eclipse season, right? 14th of October, we have a major solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Your energy is going to be very intense. You're going to feel this impact. I mean, we're all going to feel the impact, but this is a time for you to play, have fun, lighten up. Don't take life so seriously, which we tend to. Around this eclipse season, you may see that a lot of emotions or a lot of feelings around maybe self-worth, around achievements or pride, maybe even egoic characteristics. These things may show up for you, Leo, in order for you to spin a little bit of a twist on it and say, okay, can I laugh this off, right? This situation is so silly that the best thing I can do is just chuckle at it, right? Because it's out of my control. We'll take a look and clarify these as well. Now, towards the end of the month, we have this Taurus energy, which is actually showing up, right? We have that partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus, which is actually part of a series of eclipses along that Taurus Scorpio axis, and this is the last eclipse in that series. So this is a really powerful time to take something all the way, right? It's time for you to close out some cycles. It can be time for you to follow through. It can be completing an energy or completing some sort of task or project, maybe taking it to the next step, really following through here, and be proud of yourself because you have come a long way. I'm also hearing the words forgiveness. So maybe it is finally forgiving that partner or that parent or that fifth grade teacher who, said something negative that you've carried with you, because sometimes eclipse energy can bring about feelings, emotions, and cell memory that we've had buried within us for quite some time. Now, towards the end of the month, you do have this Aquarian energy about getting real with yourself, with your ideas. It's the energy of authenticity. Okay. And you are authentic. You're not like anyone else. Leo, you have this energy about you. Some of you could even be doing some sort of searching, some sort of, I'm getting here like education. You may be studying. I feel like there could be an exam or a test or something here that you go looking for. And I feel like you're actually going to find what you're looking for. Okay, so this is a powerful energy. I also sense that if you are authentic in all of your negotiations, in all of your relationships, within your career, in any sector of your life, including health, and that can show up. It's been prevalent here for a lot of signs where issues within our own body tend to come up for us to really get real and say, okay, what do I need to do to feel healthier, to feel more in fit? How can I open myself up to this change and follow through instead of getting maybe a month into eating healthy and then you fall off the wagon, right? So sometimes we go through these loop-de-loops, right? It's kind of like a little loop where you feel like it's spinning, Groundhog's Day over and over. Whatever it is, Leo, that's been a little bit of a loop, a replay in your life, I feel like you're getting out of that loop towards the end of the month. And that has to do with this authenticity and with this real energy. And Aquarius is also a fellow air sign, which Libra is an air sign as well. So definitely a lot of energy coming in about you being real, being authentic, important conversations that you may be having with family members or with people around you. Now you also have here, take a reality check. You have embrace the flow of life and breathe through any tension. We have Capricorn, Gemini, and Scorpio energy. So yeah, I feel like every single sign has received this because again, towards the end of October, the 23rd or so, we enter Scorpio season. And as we stay consistent with our choices, with our effort, with our goals, it can feel like we have a lot of tension or stress upon us. I also feel that there's been or there will be a lot of global energy. There will be some shifts in the collective towards the end of the month, and it may feel a little bit chaotic at times, but it's actually to bring in more balance. Even if we can't see it immediately, it will help bring in balance. Now, this Capricorn energy here is about stepping back, taking that reality check, just like it says here with being real, which we've been talking about. This is all about you being able to say, okay, am I on the path of my soul's purpose, right? Am I on this path here of my highest good? If what's going on in here is all scattered, right? If you feel like you are not living in alignment with your truth, get ready for a wake-up call, Leo, because this is the wake-up call that you've been maybe wanting even to manifest, right? This is about you taking a step back and saying, okay, it's here. I need to do something about my health or this relationship or this job or, this partnership or this communication style or this trigger or this wounding, whatever it may be for you. You're taking it all the way and it may be challenging, but you can breathe through it. They're actually giving me, and this is interesting, we may see, some of you could be having a child because they're actually showing me the birthing process here. So we could see the Empress coming in October could be a month for birthing new ideas out into the universe, but they're showing me that you breathe through the tension, right? As you create and follow through with giving birth, right, to either a person, to an idea, or to some sort of dream that you have. It's a process, but you can breathe through it, and you're going to be so grateful when you come to this completion here. Because something's been brewing and gestating within you. And I feel like you're now going to be able to embrace the flow. And there is the other air element of, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which we're seeing out here. Libra is the energy that we're in, Gemini and Aquarius. So a lot of air those ideas, Leo, that you've had that may have been up in the air for quite some time. Maybe you've even felt a little bit indecisive. Which way should I go? How can I embrace the flow? That's what you're doing more this month. So I really like this showing up for you. You have what it takes to breathe through it, to get to the other side. Yes, it may feel stressful at times, but if anyone can do it here, you can. All right, let's take a look and see what's coming in. What do you not see coming? What is going to be exposed around this eclipse season for you? What do you need to know? All right, we have the Lady of Lightning, surprises, sometimes a shock. This is a total paradigm shift. And for those of you that actually watch the collective reading on what the eclipse is bringing in, this was the main energy, the main card. So this is clarifying, a double clarifier here. What else do we see for Leo? All right, so you have here, this could come in all at once for you. You have the Lady of Lightning, card 35. Some of you may be 35, or maybe you're 26 or born on the 26th, the 17th, or even the 3rd. There is a surprise, a shock, or a paradigm shift happening when it comes to how you are compensated. Okay, for your hard work, because the Rainbow Prince is right behind the Lady of Lightning, and the Rainbow Prince is all about compensation. It's about perseverance, and that's what a big energy is for you, Leo, is persevering, following through, taking it to completion. You will be recompensed for whatever it is that you are bringing home, right? You're bringing to the finish line here. Some of you have been treated unfairly, right? And there could be a job ending. There could be a relationship ending. There's some sort of shift in the paradigm in order to bring in balance. Okay, so that Lady of Lightning is certainly going to bring in a deep surprise. And this could come through intuitive insight, right? It could be where you wake up and you say, no more. I'm going to go sign up for that class. Or no more. I need to update my resume. I am going to look in a new direction, or sign up to go back to school, or say yes to that relationship, or say no to that relationship. Whatever it is that you are being guided to do in the month of October, listen, because it's going to bring in the balance. Your hard work is paying off. Some of you, this has to do with your health goals, or again, being fit energetically, mentally. You will be compensated here by sticking to it, is what I see. So I'm really liking this. We'll clarify here. Now you also have the Sisters of the Season, and you have the Spirit Whisperer. This is about divine guidance. It's about that higher knowing, and we just talked about that. So you are being divinely guided to shift the paradigm, Leo. This is big. Even though that Leo energy, October, the 8-8 portal was a big opening for you. This is another one. Now, some of you Leos may even have Libran placements in your chart, okay? Or you could be dealing with a Libra, but I also get that you have this higher knowing, and your psychic abilities and gifts are enhanced this month to help you shift the paradigm, right? To help you shift the energy that you've been in, to raise your vibrations, your frequency, to align with where your soul has been contracted to go. Sisters of the Seasons, cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. So as we've hit this equinox, right, these season changes, which here in the northern hemisphere, September 22nd shifted into the autumn equinox. So this is a really good change of scenery, of environment. Some of you could be moving. There could be travel. You may be noticing that you want to do a deep spring cleaning. Okay, there could be a big shift in your living environment. Some of you may be even switching around furniture or buying new items to replace the old, getting rid of the old, because I'm just getting here like cycling through the old to make way for new. Some of you could be cycling through relationships at this time, not just relationships that are romantic, but friendships as well. This is also about divine order. Things may feel chaotic, right? There could be some surprises, some shocks, right? Tower moments, Wheel of Fortune moments. There could be some big, big energies coming in here, collectively, globally, personally, professionally, all of the above, to actually bring in more divine order. All right, we're going to clarify with the Light Seers Tarot. What do we have here? Let's take a look at some of your accomplishments, because you have be proud of yourself. I want to look at this energy here. It wouldn't surprise me. I was just going to say it wouldn't surprise me if you have some cups energy, because as we were tuning into the energy, I was feeling here emotional, mental, and spiritual pride, feeling good about what you've accomplished on those levels, not just material. And you have the Seven of Cups. This is about a lot of different things I want you to pat yourself on the back for. You've gone through a lot. Yes, you've made choices that maybe you look back on and say, well, maybe I should have made a different choice or a new choice, but you now realize that every choice and decision that you've made, Leo, has got you to exactly where you are. And there's growth. There's silver lining in some of those struggles and some of those challenges. Okay, so definitely looking at a lot of things at this time. I also am getting that a lot of people are proud of you. You hold this light, this energy, this authenticity, right? With the Be Real card, you hold this light that other people see that sometimes you don't even see yourself. And they may have said things to you like, wow, Leo, you're really great at that, or you're so good with children, or you're so good at your work, or, you really hold a special gift, or you're a healer. You've been told these things. Pay attention, listen, remember what you've been told, because sometimes it's hard for us to see these things within ourselves, but I feel like other people are very proud of you as well. What else do we have here for Leo, please? What else are we proud of? Thank you. We have, wow, okay, some of you have really overcome some deep energy, whether it's addictions, okay? Whether it's addictions, whether it is fear-based energies. This could be materialism, codependency. This can be obsessions. You've reclaimed your power. You have the devil showing up in reverse with the death card. So a lot of you were stuck in a cycle. Remember what we said about that record on repeat? Or that loop replaying over and over. It's like a bad case of Groundhog's Day. Just something kept going over, right? I'm going to quit drinking. I'm going to quit smoking. Or I'm not going to attract the same type of people. Or I'm going to finally get out of this job. Or I'm going to heal this relationship with my family. Whatever it may be. It's like it kept replaying out. Something has hit not just a pause, but a stop. Like they're showing me an old school recorder. For those of you, you probably remember this, a lot of you, where you would put in the tape and you push it down and then push record and you'd record on that device. And sometimes you can push the pause. But I'm getting here, something had been paused in the past in order for you to reflect, but now I see the stop button being pushed. So you're finally putting a stop or an end to replaying that loop. You've learned what you've needed to learn here. And the death energy is strong. These two major arcana showing up, wow, you should definitely be proud of yourself. I can't think of a better combination to get when it comes to what you've overcome. These are attachments, and that is one of the most difficult things that we can do as souls having this human experience is detaching from people, places, or things that we know are no longer good for us. Letting go is one of the most difficult things that we as humans can do. And you have the death card here. So whether this is a physical death, a transformational death, there's been so much spiritual growth here. And now you've really learned to embrace change in the best way. Some of you are still learning how to embrace change because, again, letting go is difficult, but be proud of yourself. Wow, this is really big here. Let's take a look at this eclipse energy, right? Because we have here lighten up, take a reality check. We have more flow coming in, authenticity. What else do we need to know about this eclipse? Around the 14th of October, full solar eclipse, solar return. What's coming in for Leo, please? Whoa. Healing from financial matters, healing from heartbreak, loss, struggles with health. You have the Three of Swords in reverse. So this is about clearing up some sort of hurtful energy, right? Could be hurtful words. It could be getting or receiving an apology. This is about facing problems, not avoiding them, right? This is about finding your way out of heartache, heartbreak, loss, grief. The Three of Swords is definitely something that's come in and shaken you up. But Nine of Pentacles, I mean, this is pre-Empress energy. And Nine of Pentacles is someone who is reliant and dependent upon herself because she creates a life that she loves. She knows that she is the manifestor, the creator of her destiny. And if she follows her true soul's north, then she'll be able to go with the flow. And that's your card here, embracing the flow. So when the Nine of Pentacles shows up around this eclipse season, this is definitely a good time to focus on your achievements. Be proud of all that you are. And you have this energy of just, wow, a lot of accomplishments. I mean, whatever this is here for you, Three of Swords, Leo, which you know it's going to be different for each and every one of you, but the underlying energy is the same. Be proud of how far you've come. Nine of Pentacles, it could even be healing from some financial setbacks or stress or disappointments. It can be rejection, abandonment, fears, health concerns, health issues. It can be setbacks in relationships, right? But Nine of Pentacles says here that you are moving forward and your hard work is paying off. This is about you feeling confident and proud of yourself, which, wow, you're definitely coming into. I'm loving this. All right, let's take a dive into some of these energies. The Lady of Lightning, card 35. We're going to tune into the energy. I'm just going to read from the guidebook here because I feel like there's some additional messages for you. Now, when this shows up as an ally, which I feel like it is, we'll take a look at both. The ally and the, I think it's the challenger. So whether it comes in as a challenge because you do have a little bit of tension here, we'll read the challenger as well, not to scare you, but to prepare you. As an ally, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of aha moments culminates in a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared. Change is imminent and a total paradigm shift may be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as the kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. And we see that with the death energy that just stuck to my elbow. So that's symbolic for some of you. Don't hang on to what must shed, right? What must move away from your energy. Don't hang on, because you may want to hold on. You may not even be aware, right? It may be stuck to a piece of your body. The challenger. Now this could be a shock, right? It may feel unpleasant. It may feel uncomfortable, or an overall sense of powerlessness are the aspects you may experience when this Lady of Lightning shows up as the challenger. This is a time when you may be forced to make a change that may be difficult, or maybe you don't want to make. But you're ready, Leo. You're prepared. A situation may suddenly turn in a different direction than you hoped it would. This is a sign of possibly an unwanted surprise, but consider the idea of a thunderstorm and how beautiful and charged with electricity the world is after it passes. It will always pass, because that is the true nature of the storm. Your difficulties will too, as that is the way of things as well. In the realm of the Lady of Lightning, it's prudent to engage the law of non-resistance. That's a big theme here for you. Not resisting this change. Relax and wait out the storm in the shelter of your faith and goodwill, trusting that all will be well if it doesn't seem like it is in the moment. Wonderful new life has opportunity to grow when the storm passes. The Lady of Lightning would much prefer to be your ally anyway. And that's what I'm getting for the majority of you. I would say 95% of you watching. This Lady of Lightning is showing up as your ally. She's showing up to bring you a paradigm shift. For those of you that are already going through some struggle here, I feel like this too shall pass, and it may be more so towards the end of the month, even end of the year for you, where you're going to ride it out here, but things are actually going to culminate into a far better energy than anything you ever leave behind. Okay, this too shall pass, because remember, the Rainbow Bridge, well, some of you, you're going to see an actual rainbow. Some of you may have pets or loved ones that have crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, or loved ones that have crossed over. Okay, there is perseverance and compensation here showing up. So stay patient with yourself. Okay, stay patient. Shelter it out for those of you 5%ers out there that are still going through some of those challenges. Focus on everything that you have accomplished and achieved thus far. All right, let's get a few messages here. Actually, they're saying read one from this card as well. We have the Sisters of the Seasons and we have the Spirit Whisperer. We're going to take a look at card 3 because that's that Empress energy. And you did get the 9 of Pentacles, which is pre-Empress. And I was picking up on that birthing energy earlier. So we're going to take a look at the Spirit Whisperer as the ally. The Spirit Whisperer comes to you heralding the miraculous and the inspired. She whispers guidance from the divine through your higher senses so that you can hear her wisdom and know her love for you. She is committed to helping you intuit the next right action and steers you away from trouble. The Spirit Whisperer keeps you inspired to move forward, always knowing just in time the correct next step. She guides you to fulfill your highest purpose. When she appears, it's a sign of inspired ideas that with continual action, we've been talking about this as well, continuum energy, right? With continued action leads to success. That's a very good omen, Leo. If your question is about a relationship, the Spirit Whisperer speaks of soul connections, past lives, and great learning through mutual mirroring. She will whisper how long, how short, how deep, and how sweet the relationship can be. There were soul bargains made even before you both were born here, and an exploration is in order. You may move forward, but keep listening to the Spirit Whisperer for the lessons that the vulnerability of love brings. Okay, I am going to read to you the Challenger as well before we get messages from your spirit animals, because some of you struggle with second guessing your intuition, or you may feel like your intuition is a little bit cloudy at this time. The Spirit Whisperer warns that you're about to go astray and you need her guidance. Red flags are waving and you must pay attention lest you find yourself cleaning up messes you didn't even know you made. She challenges you to start again and trust your intuition. In time, you will be back on track. On this occasion, you can't possibly go wrong since you're that much more aware of the possible challenges you need to step away from. You've already learned it, right? You have the Devil, you have the Death card, right? It's about you being able to understand and know and recognize that there is something replaying out for you, knowing that you don't have to have it replay out for you. If this is about a relationship, you may be repeating something in your past that you don't need to relearn. Basically what we just said here. Stay away, as this may end up a costly distraction. That said, lessons learned over and over make for great wisdom later. Wow. Okay. So literally there's that loop that we talked about. So these are beautiful clarifiers of what we see going on here in your energy. Now, last but not least, Leo, let's get a few messages from your animal guides. What do we have here, please, for Leo? What messages do we need to know? Thank you. We have the salmon. Oh, isn't this interesting? Because salmon are very determined creatures, right? They have to swim upstream during salmon season. So this is about new ideas. It's about divination. It's about determination as well. So I definitely feel like you have what it takes. You may feel at times like you're going against the grain, or you may feel like your path is a little bit more difficult than the path of others, but it's because you're strong enough to live it. Isn't there a phrase somewhere along the lines that says God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers? So remember that you are you are, in a sense, chosen to go through some of these struggles and challenges to evolve your soul in a bigger light than you could have ever imagined. Next, you have Cardinal, one of my favorites. This is all about the sacred songs, creative forces, and zeal. When the Cardinal shows up, this talks about not only messages from Spirit, but it talks about you singing your own song, right? But it's about you connecting to that sacred divine, which is in you. So ultimately, it's about you following your true north. It's about you listening to those intuitive nudges. It is about you being able to be that creative force that you are. I just heard here a force to be reckoned with. Okay, and that could be that lightning. Maybe you're coming in like a, doesn't Miley Cyrus say wrecking ball, right? Coming in like a wrecking ball here. But I feel like you hold this light and you hold this energy within you. You are a creative force. Wow, look at this. You have the cougar next. The cougar says motherhood. It says sensuality and reverence. I'm getting strong Empress energy. So that can be also Taurus and Libra, which lo and behold, Taurus and Libra energy is what's showing up in October. This is also about sensuality, healing the sacral chakra. It's about reverence as well as standing in your power, Leo. And lastly, you have the donkey. This is about patience. Now, some of you may be dealing with an ass, right? A donkey. Some of you may be dealing with people who fail to see things from a new angle, a new perspective. You may be dealing with people that really test your patience, right? You may feel like you've sacrificed enough of your time, your energy, your efforts in one area where you're ready to move on to another area. That could be the shock and the surprise that shows up for you. This is also about humility. I'm also hearing the word integrity. So some of you, you're stepping into your power where you are not going to negotiate your integrity any longer. And maybe you have, and maybe you've looked like a donkey doing it, right? But I feel like you are making some big, powerful changes. Your patience is paid off or is going to pay off here, but I feel like there's something that's run thin. You don't want to replay out the same loop. We're getting that energy here. And that's why you have this Taurus showing up for you. That's why something has finally hit its final peak, its final notes, its final song within the cardinal. And Spirit is saying here that there is an opportunity for you to take maybe even the road less traveled, for you to break free from a situation that maybe it's difficult for many people to break free from. Okay, let's get one last final outcome. What do we need to know? Wow, final outcome for Leo, October 2023. Oh, as we say final outcome, as we talk about completions, as we talk about closing, there's the door closing, right? The world. The world is all about completion and accomplishment, a victory, celebratory energy. It's about travel and success and feeling a sense of fulfillment. Anything that there's been a stuck energy, a setback, or just a lack of closure, that's all coming to a head here. Because right behind it, you're pivoting, you're course correcting. 7 of Pentacles is new growth. You're breathing new energy into something that you've put on hold for quite some time. Some of you, this is breathing energy into yourself again, your own creative endeavors, possibly even going back to school, learning something new, taking a certification or retiring even. 7 of Pentacles, even though it's not the card of retirement, it's the card of assessing and evaluating. This is saying here that something may not have worked out the way that you thought it would, but that's okay because you can pivot. You can course correct. This is my card of course correction. And we're in a 7 year, 2023 breaks down to 7. So a lot of you are completing a big cycle that really, really kind of peaked in 2023 here. So wow, a lot of energy here. I'm so proud of you. I want you to be proud of you and pat yourself on the back, Leo. A lot of beautiful messages for you today. If this resonates, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel. If you haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much for tuning in, Leo. Lots of love.